Hey guys, Pidgey here. In this video, we're going to analyze a web design that I made last year for a crypto company that received several $1 million in funding. So you can have a live case study and learn tips and tricks from a designer with over a decade of experience along the way. So we're going to start with the very first section, which is going to be the hero. Now, the hero section is a crucial part of any website because it's going to be where the vast majority of the traffic is going to land, aka your potential clients. And it's essential to communicate and pique interest in a fraction of a second. That means that you don't really have a lot of time in order to communicate your core concept or USP right away. And you need to be very strategic based on this. So I'm gonna quit this. And essentially what you need is a headline, which in this case we went with quite a big headline. It's quite bold, as you can see, and we really focused a lot on avoiding having too many visuals and too many distracting elements. So this is one way you can go after it. Another way is maybe you can add some imagery which describes the concept of the company that you're working on. And right after that, we have a call to action. Call to actions are extremely important because some users are going to simply get started right away with your offer. And at the very least, you want to have a call to action at the top. Usually, I like to have call to actions here right below the headline, as well as on the top right hand corner. In this case, there is a login, but in other instances, you might have get started, call to action again. So this is really important. And then, of course, your basic menu elements, which you're going to have right here. Now, after you communicated the very core concept of the company, that is selling their services or products, you want to give the user some social proof, because users probably asking themselves, okay, this sounds interesting, but are you actually a big deal, or can you actually deliver? Do you have some social proof of some sort? And that is the reason why we decided to add some logos. Now, granted, this wasn't the real logos that are associated. These are placeholders for this design. And also, I must say that this was a concept, so there was a lot of changes in the end. I'm not sure how much it was integrated by the end of it, so keep that in mind. But that being said, social proof, super important, because it's 10 times better when a other person says that you are great than you saying yourself, I'm great. It's just something which is a psychological trigger, which is innate in all humans. So something to keep in mind. Right after that, we focused on the main feature section. So there's going to be a few different features. The first one, future of finance. So again, visuals which communicate the main concepts that we want to clearly communicate to the user. And as you can see, we opted for this 3D imagery, and on top of that, not to just be too vague, we also added some elements which further communicate the concept. Now, again, this was see it as lorem ipsum text, but the main idea is to support visuals with maybe some textual elements, and try to merge the two together in a way that is going to really bring the concept to life. So in the ideal scenario, you won't even want to read what that specific section is about. You just want to see the image and can you understand immediately what the section is about. because as they say, an image conveys 1,000 words, something around these lines. So it's always important to keep that in mind. Now we have another one, which I changed up the layout because I could have gone with a similar layout to this one, but I just wanted to mix things up, and also all of these sections should be looking even better with transitions, animations. There was some logic behind it, so just the design, it might seem dull in some instances, but there's a lot that you can do with transitions and animations when you transfer this to Webflow or Framer, so you always need to keep that in mind. And then we changed this section up with a small gradient, which is a soft touch, but it creates a division from the previous offering. So whenever you need to create a hierarchy, because see it like this, say that you want to focus on the main offerings, and you really want to put these to a highlighted section, and then this one, say that it's going to be a secondary in terms of importance. You need to be aware of these and discuss previously with the client what is going to be the most important thing to communicate, what are going to be the secondary and tertiary, and kind of create this ladder, this pyramid, where you're going to have a clear understanding of what needs to be brought up in the page and what can be seen afterwards. So this is something that you always need to keep in mind. Again, visuals which communicate the concept, maybe with some nice animations and transition effect, maybe as you scroll up and down. This is really going to bring it to life, essentially. And then as we scroll down even more, more ideas, more concepts that are being conveyed, and yeah, it's all up to really a moment of thinking about, you know, what we want to communicate, what are the animations, what are the visuals, and then the footer. But for the very most part, I think you get the idea. And again, this was conceptual work. There's so much that you want to explore with the client, and then you know, decide which concepts you want to come up with. So I hope this video giving you some behind the scenes insights was helpful. If you want to see more of these type of videos, just let me know in the comments section below. And I remind you that on my channel I have hundreds and hundreds of software tutorials, such as Figma tutorials, Webflow, and much more, sharing my decade of experience in this field. And I'll see you in the very next video.